Scorpio, this is your energy check-in love reading. We're tuning into the person on your mind or your current situation and the energy unfolding for you right now. Let's see what wants to come through. Clear messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. So your energy, we have the Four of Cups in reverse, okay? Your person, Serenity, Hermit energy, Virgo energy. They're viewing you as the Lovers, Gemini energy. What you're not seeing is the Queen of Wands, okay? And the final outcome, we have the Queen of Swords. Okay, so clarity, communication. I'm seeing understanding. All right, and we have the Magician, Virgo, Gemini energy. Okay, so Scorpio, I feel like you are in actually a really beautiful place with the Magician card. I feel like you've been doing a lot of inner work. You've been, looking at the things that you've learned in love, the lessons, transmuting that energy, focused on healing, focused on up-leveling. And you're in a beautiful energy, a powerful energy. Also, you're very attractive at this point in time. You know what you want, and it feels like you're taking steps towards getting what you want in all areas of your life, or a lot of areas of your life. And with the Four of Cups in reverse, it's telling me that you're emotionally available. But in order to be emotionally available, you have to feel strong, you have to feel centered, you know what you want, you know what you'll tolerate and what you won't tolerate. And for a lot of you, I don't know if you've had some sort of, breakup or separation with this person, or this is somebody completely brand new, but it's showing me that you are open to this, open to reconciliation, or open to seeing where this goes, or open to dating this person, okay? So let's see. Open to the next level in this connection, whatever that might be. All right, and we have the Page of Cups energy in reverse, okay? But you may be waiting for an apology here with the Page of Cups in reverse. And although you're open, I can see here that you're not overgiving, okay? You don't have rose-colored glasses on when it comes to love or this particular connection. And I also, what I'm seeing with this Page of Cups in reverse is not so much that you're not trusting this, but I feel like with you being in the Magician energy here, you're not going to emotionally invest until you know what this person is offering you, whether or not they can emotionally invest, whether or not they can meet you where you are, whether or not, they can meet you where you are. So let's see how you might be viewing this person. All right, we see the Two of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, so you may be waiting for this person to make a decision, or maybe you're waiting to see if they invest. You're definitely seeing potential, and you're seeing potential for something solid, stable, secure. Maybe you already know that they've made a decision to invest, but making a decision to invest in a connection is different than being able to meet you where you are or give you what you want, you need. So I'm not even really picking up on so much hesitation, Scorpio. I mean, I guess it is hesitation, but I'm picking up more on discernment, you being really discerning here. And you're viewing the relationship as the Three of Pentacles. So someone here who's really compatible with you, someone who values the same things in relationships and life. Some of you, this is about working things out and healing whatever's happened. But like I said, for some of my Scorpios, this is something new. And you're like, you know what? We're really compatible. I'm seeing so much potential here. I'm not going to emotionally invest until I really know, but I'm definitely open to this. Beautiful. All right. Your person's energy, the Unknown in reverse. So I feel like your person does have a lot of clarity here. This is an extra card in this deck, the Crystal Wisdom. I think it's the, I can't remember the name of the deck, Crystal something. But the Unknown card in reverse, it's an extra card in this deck, but it's telling me that your person does have clarity here. All right, and most likely because they've been meditating on this. They've gone within, hermit energy. This is somebody who's taken a look at all the details. They've looked at your communications. They've looked at how you act, how you behave. This is somebody who I do feel is very grounded and centered within themselves at this time. So we see the Queen of Wands. This person may have Aries, Leo, Sag in their chart. I also feel like this Queen of Wands, this is somebody who is ready to step up. This is somebody who's passionate about you. This is somebody who's bold. This is someone who's courageous. This is someone who, has it together. And I love this because it feels like they're grounded. It feels like they're centered in themselves here. They're passionate about you. Now, we do get a lot of Virgo energy here. The Nine of Pentacles, Venus in Virgo, and the Hermit card, the major arcana for Virgo energy. So I do see that with the Nine of Pentacles, you have somebody here who's very independent. But it feels like your person is in a really high vibration. They're very attracted to you. They've done their sort of homework. They've been doing their analysis. They've been looking at you, looking at all the details. And Virgo energy doesn't usually rush. And I'm seeing that, they're in a healthy energy and they're ready for expansion. The Queen of Wands is about expansion. Now, it's interesting. I'm seeing on both of these cards this woman with a cat. So I don't know if you have a cat or they have a cat. Someone might have, big cats could be your spirit guide or theirs. I don't know. Or somebody might have a big cat tattoo, or I don't know. It's just really standing out to me. All right. And your person's energy, the Strength card in reverse, Leo energy. Now, this person, though, one thing I do want to note is like they're in a very healthy, very grounded energy. But with this Strength card, Leo energy showing up in reverse, I feel like this is somebody who's used to being very independent. And I'm also seeing that this person may sometimes let ego run the show because they're used to making their own decisions. They're used to like hyper independence is what I'm getting. Now, hyper independence sounds like it's a bad thing, but with the Strength card showing up in reverse, it may be that this person sometimes has difficulty when they're not in control or when they're not in charge. And like I said, that normally comes from somebody who's used to governing themselves. They're used to deciding what they're going to eat, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. They're used to deciding at what time they go to sleep and, what their schedule looks like and things like that. So I do want you to just be aware of that, like that there could be a little bit of friction here, or this person may be a bit sensitive to that interconnectedness because I feel like they're just really used to being in charge and they're used to being independent, which isn't a problem, but it may take a little bit of processing or may take a little bit of time on their part. We also get strong Virgo, Leo energy, so they could be a Leo, Virgo cusper. Now, Scorpio, they're viewing you as the Lovers card, Gemini energy. So, I always hear honey bunny when I look at this card. I might be dating myself with that Pulp Fiction reference, but I always hear honey bunny. So I don't know if somebody loves Pulp Fiction or somebody recently watched it, or you two have that kind of relationship, like this very, you get into trouble together but have each other's backs type energy. So I do feel like, you're seeing a lot of compatibility. I think they're seeing a lot of compatibility. And we also see these two people having, dogs. So I don't know if like you have pets, they have pets, maybe you both have pets. I don't know. It seems to be coming through. But anyway, the Lovers here tells me they see this as a strong soul connection. They're very physically attracted to you. They see that, you and them are a really good match. Okay, Scorpio? So let's see. They're also viewing you as the Three of Cups in reverse. Okay, so again, maybe you're waiting to see if this is going to reconcile, if there's been some sort of fight or argument or pause. This person might also, they might be lacking a little bit of confidence, Scorpio, especially if you get a lot of attention, and it looks like you might, because you're in this really high vibrational energy. I feel like when you go out, you get a lot of attention. People naturally, compliment you, look at you, even if you're not realizing it. So I do feel like this person may be a little bit insecure about the attention that you do receive, or maybe worried about some sort of third-party interference, and they might be sitting there trying to suss that out, okay? They're viewing you as the Ace of Cups in reverse. So the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups, we've got the Four of Cups. This person's maybe a little bit worried that you're going to reject them or you're not emotionally available at this point. And it does look like you are holding back a little bit, but at the same time, it's like you are emotionally available, but they're not quite aware of that just yet. This person may also know and see that you've been hurt in love, that you've been drained, you've been disappointed, either by, again, something that's happened between the two of you, or you've had some disappointments and heartbreak in love, okay? And possibly, a third party like an ex or somebody else, broke your heart here. And we see the World card. So this is definitely Scorpio energy, Taurus, Leo, and Aquarius. So strong fixed energy showing up in this reading, Scorpio. The World card, though, tells me that, they see success with you. They also see you as somebody who's sitting on top of the world, okay? So whether you actually are or not, or whether you actually feel that way, Scorpio, I feel like the World card is this person sees you as pretty much having it all, that like your life is in order. Even if you don't completely feel that way, they feel like that. Now, for some of you, they're really excited about a new beginning here with you. Whether you're somebody completely brand new that they're checking out or that they're dating, or if it's somebody that you've had tension or a breakup with, or they're seeing next level with you for sure. Now, what we're not seeing is the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this Aries, Leo, Sag energy. So some of my Scorpios, you may be feeling a little bit hesitant here. Or just, as I said, maybe not hesitant, but I guess it is hesitant and discerning about how this person feels about you, if they're attracted to you, or how much they're attracted to you, if they're going to step up. The Queen of Wands tells me that yes. And again, there's so many animals showing up in this reading. Because look, she's now got this big dog here. I feel like, I don't know, you definitely have pets, or they do, or both of you do. All right, we see the Seven of Cups. This person, the Queen of Wands, this person may also have a lot of options around them. It may be something that you're not seeing, because I feel like they're also very successful, sexy, attractive. But I also feel like your person, may be a little bit, okay, this person with the Fool energy, Aries energy, this person's been fantasizing about a new beginning with you. Okay, even if they're getting attention elsewhere, or other people are giving them attention, Scorpio, this person is fantasizing about some sort of new beginning with you, or a beginning with you. All right, and we see the Page of Wands, and they're ready to take that leap, take that risk of that risk of faith. Excuse me. They're ready to take that leap of faith, or take that risk. Really strong fire energy. Now, the Queen of Swords tells me that you have clarity coming in. You also have communication and clarity. The Ace of Pentacles, so it may be not right now. Remember, we have just, as the day I'm doing this reading, we've entered into Mercury retrograde. So the Ace of Pentacles in reverse tells me this is my yes, but not right now card, so it may take some time. It's also an energy of a missed opportunity, an ending. Okay, and we see the Death card energy in reverse. Yeah. So what I'm seeing for a lot of my Scorpios, this very well may indicate that there has been some sort of ending that's been painful. And one or both of you are assuming that this is a missed opportunity. This has been a missed opportunity. But then we get the Death card in reverse. It's not quite over yet, is it? Okay, so that's for a select few of you. For others of my Scorpios, maybe there has been an ending for you with the Three of Cups and the Ace of Cups in reverse, another connection. And you may be feeling a little bit like that's a missed opportunity. But this Death card energy in reverse tells me not so fast. Your love life's not over just yet, okay? At the bottom of the deck, we see the Four of Pentacles. So this person is still holding back. They're holding on. Okay, so for those of you where there's been separation or there's a pause here, this person hasn't let you go. But they are holding back a little bit. And again, I feel like they may be building up strength and courage here because they do want to step up, but they want to do it right. And for those of you where there isn't a fight or an argument and this is somebody more new, again, they're just holding back, building up that strength and courage, trying to figure out how to do this right, okay? So let's go ahead and see what else my Scorpios need to know about this person. What else do my Scorpios need to know about this person? Okay, Daredevil. So they're going to take a risk, a leap of faith here. You're special to them. This person may come in and bring you flowers. And we see lunch breaks and work affairs. So this could be somebody you work with. I mean, with the Three of Pentacles, it feels like they are around you. They're in your community. It could be somebody you work with. This person might also take some time on their lunch break to come and see you, to make it up to you, okay? To tell you that they're special. Just like a quick, you know, drop in. Scorpio, I don't have much time, but, you know, I want you to know that I care. Beautiful little gift there. And we get sneaky energy. And they may do it on the down low, okay? I'm not really getting that this person is sneaky or has been sneaky. But there's a little bit of like there's a little bit of a naughty energy here with the sneaky card and the Daredevil, okay? So maybe this person just has a tendency to be a little bit naughty or sneaky about the way they do things. All right. But I'm not getting sneaky as an insidious, like, you know, lying to you behind your back, seeing other people. I'm not really getting that here. All right, what else do my Scorpios need to know here? Adventurous spirit, daredevil. So this is somebody who's up for taking a risk, a leap of faith. We get manipulator, okay? So it is something to be aware of. And with sneaky and daredevil energy, I mean, that could track with a bit of manipulation. I'm not telling you to sweep anything under the rug. But if there has been some sort of fight and argument and you feel like they misrepresented themselves or they misrepresented you, it's something that definitely needs to be looked at, needs to be talked about, okay? And this person is not who you think. Yeah. So I'm not getting that this person is a bad person, okay? I actually feel like beneath the surface, they're really a good person, but you might, you know, you might be just waiting to figure that out. Okay, and we see this person may love to go out, and we see that they're sophisticated. Okay, so that's going to be confirmation for some of my Scorpios. So I actually feel like this person, they come off as very independent, very confident. They get a lot of attention. They might have other options, but I'm kind of getting they're not who you think. I actually think they're much more of a softie than you realize. All right. Let's see what we need to know about. What does this person want to say to my Scorpios at the ego level? What does this person want my Scorpios to know at the ego level, please? I regret lying to you. Okay, so they may have been untruthful. And for some, like a lot of my Scorpios, I'm not getting that they lied about like a third party. Okay, like they, you know, something like that. I just kind of feel like maybe this person told you or showed you they didn't really care, or they didn't like you as much, or they didn't want this as much as they do. All right, and we see you inspire me. So the way that you've handled yourself with grace and with ease, with sophistication, with groundedness, all right, with calm, that's inspiring to them, because this may be somebody who's kind of used to drama or used to people bringing them drama. I'm also seeing they admire your independence, because this person's a very independent person. And they admire that you're also someone who's, you know, who didn't or doesn't take any shit here. And somebody who hasn't shown like codependency or like clinging on to this, that you're taking your time. All right. You didn't see my tears. So again, that could be the manipulation. That could be, you know, the energy that I'm picking up on not something you're not seeing. And I need security. So this person is telling you here, Scorpio, that they need to be sure. Okay. That they need to be sure. Now let's see what they want to say to you at the soul level. So this may be something that they can't articulate, but what they would like you to know at the soul level. I know you're right, but I need to come to my own conclusions. Okay, so again, something you said to them really stuck. And maybe we're just too different. So they do worry that maybe, you know, you're not as compatible as they thought. But I feel more so this is because they're a little bit scared, because with you, Scorpio, they have to act different. With you, Scorpio, they have to step up. You know, they can't sit around and like bullshit you. They can't, you know, just say anything and you'll believe it, right? You're not going to take things at like face value. And they may need more time to figure things out. That definitely tracks, because I do see with the Four of Pentacles that they're holding back. and I've thought a lot about you lately. So you've definitely been on their mind and in their heart here, Scorpio. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we need to know about this person. Okay, what else do we need to know about this person? Passion. So they're definitely physically attracted to you. If you're wondering about that, I mean, there's insane chemistry. You like each other equally. You've been having fun. They have fun with you. And we get seduction. Okay. Like I said, I'm not getting third party, although it's possible that there has been some third party interference. Now, remember, Scorpios, it doesn't always have to be romantic rivals, but we do see that with lunch break and work affairs. Maybe there is or was somebody here at work that was giving them attention or something, or there was flirtation. But attraction, flirting, and dating, and passion. So I kind of feel like this is somebody here, Scorpio, that is a little bit hesitant about commitment. Okay, and it doesn't mean that they never want to commit or they're not going to commit. But I do feel with passion and seduction, this person is still kind of at that level. Now, like I said, they do want to step up. They do not want to miss this opportunity. But I do kind of feel like this is somebody that needs to kind of not necessarily keep it casual at first, but they need to go slow. Okay, and if you had a breakup or a separation or a fight or an argument here, I can see this person being kind of overwhelmed, all right, with stepping up into commitment because they're so independent, I feel like, or they're used to being independent. And sometimes independence can be a self-preservation, like they weren't ready to, be in a relationship because that means like that kind of touches on some of their identity or, some of their perceived identity. But third-party interference can also be work, it can be family, it can be friends, it can be responsibilities. All right, and again, it is possible that I'm not going to rule that out in this reading, but again, you know your situation more than I do, or better than I do. So trust your intuition and just take what resonates, leave what doesn't. For my Scorpios, your energy here, we have self-indulgence. So focus on yourself. It's time to heal, do your shadow work, appreciate who you are, how far you've come, what you offer. Don't minimize any of that. And we see the chaser. I think this person is coming in to chase you though, Scorpio. But again, I'm not getting that they're going to come in and love bomb you. Okay. But I do think that they're coming in a very sweet energy. All right. And we see ascending. So transcending obstacles, learning, expansion, new phase, preparing for union. This really tracks. I think this is maybe a little bit of a turbulent time for some of you, or an uncertain time, or things are a little bit ambiguous here. But I see if there's been fights or arguments, transcending obstacles, and kind of like a slower burn, but preparation for union. So let's see what this person's very next actions are towards you. What are this person's very next actions towards you? All right, we see the Page of Coins. So still a little bit in their head, hesitation. All right, to work things out. They want to work things out. Yeah, and reunion, or making this a stable connection. And the Seven of Wands, this is fighting for this. So again, it may not happen tomorrow exactly, but it certainly looks like, they're planning on coming around here. All right, so let's go ahead and see if there's any final messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios. Final messages, advice, and guidance for my Scorpios, please. Okay, if it matters, it deserves a voice. Yeah, if it's important, it needs to be spoken. That goes for you. It also goes for them. All right, allow yourself to receive. You don't need to earn basic care. Be open to receiving. That also means like allow yourself to receive this apology, but also allow yourself to this person. You don't need to be the one that's always moving towards this person. They need to move towards you as well. And clarity comes from distance here. So stepping back can allow truth to surface. Okay. And one more. We see allow space to speak. So that's an echo. Silence can reveal more than pressure until clarity asks to be spoken. So this isn't about being silent and just letting things fade away or, brushing things under the rug. But when clarity asks to be spoken, it needs to be, okay? And at the bottom of the deck, we see Scorpio, stay in self-respect. Act in ways you don't need to justify to yourself later. All right, Scorpios, I'm going to leave it here. I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care.